because Barracora has been around, of course, for a long, long time. So anyway, here we go with Paul. So the first thing is, say, shooting the B, and it's no use just shooting randomly at the targets. You have to get them in order. Oh, that might have gone. Oh, it's okay. Okay, so right, okay. But the lock will stay, so it's knocked down the BAR and lit the lock at this hole. So if he shoots the ball into there, he'll get another ball in play and then release for a two-ball multi-ball. Oh, Albert, what was that? He will not be happy with that. I played Albert on this machine earlier on, and if it had played like that, I would have probably beaten it. Anyway, so see, that's 3. And okay, the game is basically building bonus here. I'm building super bonus. Peter's out. So wow. So we're not getting very high scores. Hi from Connecticut, USA. It is great to have some competitive pinball, is it not? These guys have been playing here since 6:30 this evening, so we're 6 hours into this tournament. We basically started with qualifications, and we are now in the final 4 games. So Ergun trying desperately with some little mini flips, which is actually working very effectively. He needs now the R target. Very nice, so, and that's unfortunate, and that's one of the nastier things about Barracora. The kick out from that hole is not always that nice. It won't always go there, it's a little bit unpredictable, but when it does, there's really nothing you can do about it. The other thing you will see players doing is backing the ball up the in lane and then backflipping from about that position up to the targets. That's a fairly effective way of normally getting the B, well, and the A and the R. You can actually sweep the targets there. So ball starts multi-ball and it immediately ends. So all you do is do it again. So if in doubt, just keep going. So that's his bar again. So he gets the first lock lit, but it gives him no chance whatsoever. So all straight down the middle. Ron from Connecticut, we're also streaming tomorrow from about 12 o'clock in the afternoon German time, and it will be through till very late in the evening. We're running 2 tournaments tomorrow, and the finals of the second tournament, I would say, will be a similar time to today. Could actually be a little bit earlier, but have a look for us when you can get online. Okay, Peter getting some ball time, which is always good. Nope. Commentators curse, the ball goes through. That was a good dig. I thought he'd lost that. So that was a very nice attempt at a backhand into the targets. The other thing you may have noticed, I don't know if you can see from the stream, is if you hit the targets out of order, they simply jump back up again. So you really do have to be very accurate in your shooting, and that's the BAR again for Ergun. And you can keep doing this, and you'll keep increasing bonus and bonus multipliers, but you really do want to start the 2-ball multi-ball. Just a little bit too late on the shot there. So he's basically trying to shoot straight into this hole. There you go. Okay, so now gets the second ball, and then the lock ball will release, and he needs to watch that kick out from the other. So, okay, so that was kinder for him than it was for Paul. And this is a good scoring opportunity now. Okay, so he also wants 2 targets here for the Cora. Barracora is also probably one of the most liked back glasses. If you talk to Lauren from Backbox Pinball, that's the standard question that she asks everyone who she interviews, and I think Barracora comes up quite regularly. Barracora, I don't believe there's any mythical Barracoras anywhere. Again, if anybody wants to tell me I'm wrong in the chat, I'm quite happy to be corrected. I think it was something made up purely for the pinball game, I think, but could be wrong. So yeah, CNET, if you hit the Barracora drop targets out of order, do you have to start the whole thing again? Yes, you do, but only the bar and the Cora. So basically, yes, if you knock down the A, it'll simply jump back up again. And if you knock down the R, it'll jump back up again. You have to do them in order. And the same thing happens with the Cora targets, but they are independent, so you don't need to do the full set. The Cora targets here control this lock, which obviously Ergun has also completed. There's a lot more to this game. The orange light here is basically a collect bonus, which is incredibly valuable. His bonus at the moment is already quite high. You can see the bonus values here on the multipliers. So he's currently got a 3-ball multi-ball ready if he can lock the balls. Nice. And he's amassing some score here. Is Ergun already on 442,000. Nice control. Ergun's a member of a club called Electric Friends, which is in a place called Lemgo. Lemgo is halfway between where I live in Dusseldorf and Bremen. You know Bremen? I'm pretending like I know German geography. Okay, so he now needs to do the process again. But he's playing a very, very nice control game here. Excellent ball, Ergun. Well played. Yes, it is a tough game, and this era of game, this is one. No, it's about the same. If you take this on Whirlwind, there are rules in it that you need to study in order to maximise the game or maximise the scores. It's not about how long you keep the ball in play, it's about how effective you are in the shots and the scores that you make. And I think these machines are, incredibly valuable in our world of pinball. Paul comes out a multi-ball again. But Paul is a great player for bounce over. It's such a big part of his game, and also that very, very quick flicker movement to save a ball that's potentially in danger. So fighting hard to get the nice catch, very nice catch. That was amazing. His flipper skills are tremendous. I mean, he's just so quick. And that's the Cora. So completing the Cora targets lights the lock at the top. So he needs to shoot all the way around. Okay, it's better from a trap. That ability to not flip is so important. I've noticed his accuracy today is there we go. So there's the lock. Well done, Paul. So plunge the ball. As soon as it goes through the roll over that ball. No, this is third ball. So he now needs to get the bar in order to start the 3-ball multi-ball. That's correct. Yeah. So he's done that. He needs it now in here. So straight shot. Oh, he's playing the spinner. Wow. This again shows you the level of maturity of Paul's game. Most people would be shooting now for that 2-ball multi-ball. Maybe that would have been the right shot, but it's because that's the reason, because the other ball stays as an insurance ball. So you've got completely free play while ever that ball is locked in the top. Yes, that's right. I remember that being explained by Owen Kerrions, I think. So he's also got the bonus collect at the moment as well. So if he shoots round here, he will collect all his bonus. Knowing Paul, and he does it. So what does he get in bonus? Wow, now he's on 400. Okay, knowing Paul, he didn't want to do that. Knowing Paul, he wanted to get the bonus higher before collecting it. Is that bonus to collect again at the end of the ball? So, yep, don't show the locks. Thanks, Stefan. Okay, so he gets the top lock lit again. So here we go, top lock. Nope. And this is Paul fighting. Wow, it's nice. It's nice to see. I've been missing this for too long. Oh, and unfortunately the ball goes. So what does he finish up on with the bonus? 684, so not quite enough to catch Ergun, who was on 768. But that was that was awesome play, absolutely brilliant. Nice to see. So here we go with Albert. Albert's a long way behind on 23,210. So okay, what can he do is this is what I was talking about earlier, this rolling it back up the in lane onto the flipper. Okay, I got the B. Yeah, and that gives him the completion. So that proving effective. And again, that's to do with game knowledge. That's to do with knowing the shots on a game. Because you can do that on any Barracora. So we're seeing some nice pinball play here from the players, which is what you would expect from final of a tournament. Even with 25 players, there's some great players here. Oh no, that's unbelievable. So he got the shoot straight down the middle out of the hole and then double drain. That was so unlucky. So okay, so I think we can already give Albert a 0 for this particular game. Okay, and Ergun will not need to play his last ball. So let's go. So Barracora is Ergun is 4. Paul is 2, Peter is 1, Albert is 0. So the player order this time will be based on the winning player playing first.
Get ready for the greatest pinball on earth!
Okay, so Ergun to kick off. Cirqus Voltaire, of course. I'm going to say another great machine. It's not really, I mean, come on. It's a machine that turns up in quite a lot of tournaments, and it's all about, obviously, the circus. This is a guy called the Juggler. Sorry, no, not the Juggler. Yeah. Whatever. Alright, let's get rid of the ringmaster, of course. That's the Juggler, that shot up there, and the Juggler is considered to be the safe way to play this game, so not surprised that Ergun's playing that. But basically everything is stackable in this game, so if you can get Juggler multi-ball with high wire multi-ball and the multi-balls from the ringmaster at the same time, you score some really good points. Oh, his clock's gone. One thing to note is there is no ball save on this game, so again you will see the players not necessarily shooting for the skill shot. The skill shot is a red target here. Okay, so as you saw with Paul there, he could let the ball go because it had not qualified the playfield, but now he's in danger. So basically to raise the ringmaster, this comes up out of the playfield, okay, but to do that you have to complete the wow targets here, which Paul just did. On the first ringmaster it's really easy, if you hit them anywhere it more or less completes the 3 letters in wow. That gets more difficult the further you get down the number of ringmasters. So then there are 4 ringmasters to collect various achievements here on this grid. So a nice save from Paul. He's fighting him. So the eventual aim is to get to the circus, but to get to the circus you have lots and lots of things to complete on the way, including a number of ringmasters, the juggler multi-ball which is up here, the high wire multi-ball which is up here, and many others which will show you if anybody gets anywhere near that. So I think we've got Colin in. Good to see you, Colin. Hope you're enjoying some competitive pinball as well. I guess you're missing it more than most. It's really, really nice to be here. So that completes the ringmaster. The ringmaster now disappears back down into the playfield. And Paul has to then complete the WoW targets again to raise the ringmaster in order to battle him. So let's see how they go. The second ringmaster is a frenzy. Once you complete. So it's when you get to about completion of the second ringmaster that you think about stacking maybe a juggler multi-ball in with the frenzy. Okay, yeah, no problem. So Dina doing an awesome job as usual. She's not only tournament directing, she's also making sure the rigs are on the right pinball machine and working out the player order and keeping control of everybody. So. Okay, so that's second ringmaster is now up. Paul is now concentrating on these targets here in order to enable locks for high wire. So we'll be shooting straight up here next. Yep. Oh, sorry, this is Peter. Okay. Apologies, you don't look anything like Paul Peter. Peter and Paul. Yep. We could have a joke in there somewhere, but we won't. So, okay. Making definitely good progress here towards all sorts of things. That gives him the sideshow. The sideshow is 30,000 points per switch hit, which is like nothing. But you have to complete that in order to start the juggler locks up this side. So again, we've seen Peter in the last few tournaments of the year before COVID. Really excelling and really getting through to a number of finals, so great to see him through to this one and great to see him performing as well. That's yeah, he's certainly stepped up his game in the last 12 months or so. Okay, so feeling this is strike and art multi-ball, but I'm not 100% sure because I didn't see what started it. Do they know beforehand what game's going to be playing? No, they don't. We pick the games out. They were actually chosen pretty much as we were playing the tie-break on Whirlwind. What me and Dina like to do, well, and Toby as well, is try and pick machines from slightly different generations. So the choice of Barracora, Cirqus and Iron Maiden is not untypical for what we normally do, because it gives you that extra bit of skill level. It sort of comes from the stream in the World Championships. I think it just tests the players' abilities, different abilities, on different machines. I think if I had to criticise anything, it would be probably too many tournaments becoming just purely the latest pinball machines. And great though they are, I think it's nice. Not just for the stream, it's nice for the players to actually show their capabilities in a final, and the game knowledge that they need to have. I mean, this game is going to be won by somebody that stacks enough things together. Okay, just hang on. Dear. Yes, agree with that as well, Colin. Yeah, the lock's on hard. It does really make it difficult. But on these settings, I've seen Frank Bonner get to the Circus. I've seen Johannes get to the Circus. I'm not saying in this year, but in the last 12 months, I've seen them both get there, and so. It obviously isn't only just possible. That's playing in a tournament. That's not playing free play. So yeah, I would think, Colin, this is a machine you quite like, knowing your skill of machines and things. Is that going to give it him back? No. That was unfortunate. Just gave him the Cannon Award of 500,000 on the way out. Almost impossible to see the scores on this machine, of course, because they're buried in the playfield. So you can see them flashing sort of here. Not easy. I think we've got 5 million player 1, 12 million player 2. Yeah, not very many player 3. Outline Post, yes, we fortunately banned Josh Sharp from coming in this building, so maybe we'd let him in on, I don't know, dispensation one day perhaps, to show us really how to set the machines up. The machines, I think, are set fair. The tilts are normally not that tight either, because this club is a pinball club for the general public, and so yes you could change the machines for tournament play, and yes we probably should, but we don't have that much trouble with really long games, and there is that balance between enjoying pinball and making it really hard. And I'm only joking, Josh, of course, if you're watching. Oh, that was nice. All the balls into the ringmaster at once. Okay, so Paul making good work of this. That's nice. Okay, so one last shot. No, he's waiting. Okay. So. Okay, so now we're shooting for the locks for high wire, I believe. Oh, and that I had that earlier on. I think there's a slight problem with that right flipper. It's yeah. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. I think actually, just looking at the display here, we would probably be better taking the playfield camera slightly higher, and just using that as the display for the machine. Cirqus Voltaire, of course, is, I don't know if it's the only machine like this. The only other one I can think of is something like Revenge from Mars, Star Wars Episode 2, where the display is so low in the cabinet. There's probably others as well. Okay, so Peter here. Okay, so now got Joker's juggler lock lit. Oops, and tilts, and I tilted the ball earlier on this machine as well. It is quite sensitive. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, I've let that tilt bob settle for at least a minute, and they should have done. Yeah, and yes, I've seen you, Colin, with your little timer, and everybody says, yeah, that's what we should all do. You have to be quite disciplined, don't you, to do it. Dina started doing it, I've noticed. After a tilt, she actually gets a timer out on her phone and listens to some music on her headphones while the timer counts down. Don't think that's coming back. There's no ball saved, Albert. Dear. Albert said to me earlier on, he said, this was about 11 o'clock, he said, how many more rounds are we playing? Because I need to get to bed, I'm tired. So I said, well, it'll probably be 12 o'clock before we start the finals. And he said, no, I've got to play tomorrow. This is pinball. For those that do know Albert, he's just doing this to me, saying, I need to sleep. He's already closing his eyes. Dear. Install the full made-up mod. No. Maybe we should. Isn't this really, really nice? We're here at 1 o'clock in the morning, at Balls and Boys, streaming a pinball tournament. Now, who would have thought that this would have been possible even a month ago? We are completely socially distanced, so you can see from the camera view here. Basically every third machine is switched on, so we have a room here of 35 pinball machines with only 12 in use for the tournament, and we have 2 other pinball machines that are equally spaced. We're doing this in a very, very sensible, very socially sensible way, and we're doing this as a test trial to see whether we can increase numbers or whether people don't behave or whatever. We don't expect to have any issues at all. And if we can run the tournament, clearly we can't get IFPA points for it at the moment, but these guys have got so much pent-up energy, pinball energy, that it's just great to be doing this. Yeah, the Pinball Arcade, I've played this, I've been to the circus quite a few times on Pinball Arcade on iPad, but it isn't quite the same, when you've got the physical machine and it doesn't do the same thing every time. I think the virtual machines are absolutely great for learning the games, learning the rules, developing certain skills. But in terms of does it help you for the real machine? Yes it does, because you know the machine. But in terms of the ability to play it, not as much. It gives you more confidence, and therefore you will play better. Again, Ergun making good progress here. We'll have to stop saying that because people tend to lose the ball. He actually wants it. He was trying to get the juggler. But he finishes up, I think, on quite a good score there. So let's see where we are. I can't really tell what the scores are, I don't think. But okay, so Paul is on 19 million. Okay, player 4 is on. I nearly saw the scores there. So. Okay, so Paul will be, he's got a lot of things set up. He's got the high wire ready. Ooh, that was a bit dangerous. Nice. He's so cool, isn't he? So cool and collected. So, that lock 2. Oh, lock 1. Sorry, I thought that was ball 2 lock. Okay. Oh, and he's lost it. He's not happy there. 2 actums and a tilt. I wonder why we get actum and then we get tilt. The German for tilt cannot be tilt. The German for warning is definitely actum, but the German for tilt, I reckon, must be another word. So maybe we need to research that for some additional pinball trivia that gives you things to say while you're waiting for people to play the ball. Peter will, of course, wait, or he should wait. He should be using Colin's 1-minute timer. So he's got the lock lit. Oh, nearly. Oops, he's going to tilt. And 2 more actums and another tilt. So, okay, that's... I have no idea who scored what on this game. So... Oh dear. I think next time we will not put Cirqus Voltaire in a tournament. I think it's 27 million for player 1. 20 million for player 2. I don't know. Too difficult to say. So we will rely on Dina to come and tell us who's got what points, who attained whichever points on this game. And that's Albert out. That's and that's really not giving him a chance. But that's pinball. That's what happens in finals. So Toby, I don't know if you're watching at the moment. Toby was basically saying Toby has a new baby, but Toby's wife and family have a new baby, and that's the reason he's not down here this weekend. anyway, yeah. We're going to try and get him to come in on a Zoom call, but I've not managed to set that up yet. Maybe we can do that for tomorrow. But he did say that once the kids and the wife were asleep, that he would be tuning into the stream. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's watching it on his mobile phone somewhere. But you never know. It's hard work. I mean, having small children is hard work. I remember it very well. Okay, so this Paul needs to actually win, and he needs Ergun to lose to come last in order to get a tie break for first and second place. So if Ergun does anything other than last place, he will win this tournament.
Spell money to open the tune.
Now Paul, this machine will suit Paul better than any other player, I would say, because of his style of play and his knowledge of new machines as well. Paul has lots of skills, not just limited to new Sterns, but even so, I think this type of machine, he certainly has more of an edge than would normally. So we're just about to start Mummy. He wants to start a mode probably with that first. Wow. That was an awesome bit of looping, Paul. That was awesome, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. He was ready for some looping by young Paul. That was looping. That was more than looping. So we've obviously got a couple of the American guys on. Should be concentrating on the game, but we had Jeff Teolis on one of our streams from Pinball Alps, from a tournament we did we streamed in Switzerland a few weeks ago, and Jeff was great. I mean, Jeff's just like, I call him the silver tongue of pinball. He's just amazing. And he's sort of working on the idea of how can we encourage more people? How can we bridge the gap between the countries of pinball and get commentators from America commentating on games in Germany or anywhere else in the world? And, I really would like to promote that. And what I should be saying is I hope Paul gets his soul shard, which of course he did. Oh, double drain. So Paul finishes on 120 million and will not be happy with that. That's not a good score in Paul's eyes for ball one. But, you know, it's okay.
83. You're up if you dare.
Eddie to light battle. Shoot up the middle.
So, I think everybody knows I'm Maiden, but basically wants to be starting a battle. Battle is lit, you can tell that by this flashing yellow arrow here. And he's now got, wow, that was a big move. And he didn't get a tilt. Colin. Yep. So, Albert, again, doesn't look like he's going to be waiting a minute,
If you dare.
but you never know. I think Albert wants to get to bed. So a minute's a long time when you need sleep. So he gets the normal skill shot, which is from there to this target. That gives you a 5-second ball save on 5 million, I think. Wow.
Spell mummy to open the tomb.
There are other skills on skill shots on Iron Maiden, one of which is round here, back down here, and with the top flipper into this dead end shot. And the final one is a short plunge into here, but that is sometimes switched off in tournament mode. I played this machine earlier and I daren't play that super skill shot because it would look really stupid if it was turned off and you just drained and lost the ball. So Dina readjusting the rig after Albert's oops, does she need a hand there? No, that's fine.
You're up. If you dare.
Okay, I think we're fine. Right, Ergun steps up ball 2, sorry, ball 2, and that was close to the second skill shot.
Flight of Icarus.
So this is a mode called Flight of Icarus, which is basically shooting left and right ramps. The most difficult mode, I would say, of all the modes, and the one that you tend to score less points. I will often use this to try and knock down the drop targets here to get trooper multi-ball ready. So Ergun just starts mummy multi-ball just in time to get the ball saved. To hit this target, no, yeah, just got it. Just a grace period on the mummy jackpot, but then he gets a power drain down the left side. Okay, so Paul stepping up ball 2. Let's see how many loop jackpots he can get on this one. Okay, so he wants ramp, so he's went for a sweep of these targets. Basically, if you sweep all 3 together, it completes the whole bank and lights the trooper locks. So starts Hallowed Be Thy Name with Trooper ready, and this should be an enormous score. But he played it the hard way, which is okay, so that starts Trooper multi-ball. So with Hallowed Be Thy Name running at the same time, the mode, then the shot potentially has scoring potential here is pretty big. Okay, so that was Soul Shard. Times 2, 15.9 million. That's the Soul Shard in Trooper Multiball. Or it could have been the Soul Shard from Hallowed Be Thy Name as well. He's got a power jackpot of something like 9 million on this target here at the moment as well. Okay, and just gets the super jackpot. Very nice. So, okay, so he has a tomb treasure up there, 15 million. And you can see his score is already accelerated up beyond 300 million. And here we go again with the loops. What you didn't see, assuming you haven't been on all night, Colin, is young Paul played No Fear all the way to 2 shots before Meet Your Maker. And his top ramp shooting on that jump shots were quite amazing. Okay, so Peter Schmitt. So that's ball 2 over. So, okay, can Albert do something here to save his position? He's currently going to be in 4th if he doesn't do something. He does have Trooper ready. No, sorry, he has Mummy ready. That's Sarcophagus Lock. He needs to knock these targets down again to get Trooper Multiball. But you really, at this level, want to get Trooper with something else, not just on its own. So he's 1 more letter away from his next battle. So that's battle lit. And the battle is this bottom one. That's Flight of Icarus, okay. That's a bit disappointing, but you need to start it anyway. So, come on, straight shot up in the middle. Okay, so that starts Flight of Icarus. And then he needs to get his lock shots to start the multi-ball. If he's going to make any progress at scoring this game. So, what? Yep. Yes, his young Paul is quite an awesome player, and he's just going from strength to strength. His character is also building. Seems to be a lot happier with himself as well. We were having a joke earlier on about the number of corona kilograms we've put on. I think we're all suffering at least a few corona kilograms. So this is a question, yeah. I mean, do you let Flight of Icarus time out? You can't completely time it out, of course, because it won't. But you can do what Albert's doing here. Oh no, not when you lose the ball. Okay, so right, 1 more ball to go. Sorry, that was only ball 2.
Player 1, you're up if you dare.
So Ergun ball 3, say all he needs to do is not come last. Okay, and if he manages to not come last, then he wins this tournament. This tournament is not for money. There's no cash prizes. There are no IFPA ranking points because obviously IFPA tournaments are not running. It is purely for a trophy and a bit of pride. We will be doing presentation ceremonies tomorrow, just as if it was the normal type of tournament we do here at St Paul's. But I don't think you need any incentive to get pinball players to come out of lockdown and play a tournament. We've all missed it for so long. So.
Shoot the middle.
It's gone. Okay, so Ergun's actually put himself in danger here. He's currently on 17 million, so if Peter Schmitt gets above 17, Albert is already above 17, then we could finish up with a playoff, first and second place between Ergun and Paul. So Paul playing for show, I think, at the moment. Nice though. So 15.5 million power jackpot there. I don't think he intended playing it, but nice to have. Nice nudge, starts the next battle, which is Hallowed, I think? No, Fear of the Dark, sorry. So Fear of the Dark, shoot the purple shots, then shoot a spinner. So if you're going to shoot a purple shot, you may as well make it a ramp, and combo it with another ramp, and then combo it with an orbit, and nice. That's just nice. Okay, so another ramp. That was his power jackpot again, 16.8 million. Another ramp, another spinner. Ball goes. So 451 million plus bonus. Yeah, rather nice. Tie break if Peter gets past. Okay. Dina already marked in front of me, of course. If there is a tie break, it's going to be played on fishtails.
Player 3, you're up if you dare.
So he's got Mummy ready. Starts the mode. Mode again is Flight of Icarus. Flight of Icarus and Mummy together are not too bad because you're shooting ramps for both the multi-ball and the mode.
Mystery level 1.
Okay, so take your time, shoot the ramps. That might be the end. So, okay, so Peter doesn't get past Ergun. So Ergun, I think, is now safe. Yeah. So Paul, you see the look of disappointment on Paul's face there. He can't believe it.
Eddie 4. if you
Because I think Albert's going to say don't play because he can't really influence the game at all at this point. Unless he gets... actually he can. They can get 2 points out of this. So they could finish up with a tie. They still finish up with a tie break between Peter and Albert. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so Ergun wins. The stream I don't think is quite over yet, but I can quite understand if it's dinner time or something that the exciting part is pretty much over. We will be streaming again tomorrow. There are 2 tournaments tomorrow. We'll be streaming from about 12 o'clock midday in Germany, which is far too early for American time. But basically we're doing a group match play tournament first in the morning, and then we are doing a 5-strike knockout, and that will very likely be finishing late evening. I'm not saying as late as 1 o'clock in the morning, but likely to be 11 o'clock or so by the time we finish that one tomorrow. So if you're going to be around, we'd love to see you. I'd love to see lots and lots of people on this stream, just simply because it's the first tournament that's been for absolutely ages. Yeah, we want to do more of them. So Albert's suddenly now woken up, which is good. Albert's also heavily involved in the challenge, in the IFPA challenge matches. He is running small tournaments in his cellar. His cellar is quite something. We've actually streamed a tournament from Albert's cellar. He has something like roughly 30 machines, I would say, in his cellar. And he's doing small tournaments for about 10 to 12 people, with all of the games being for the ICR Challenge, which are proving to be really successful. Yeah, well done, Albert, for that. And nice to see you pull yourself back into now second position, so you have 2 points from this game. So that means that there will be a tie break between Albert and Peter at the moment. Tie break?
Yeah, third and fourth.
Yeah. Now that, of course, is unless Albert goes past Paul. In which case he'll finish up on 4 points, Paul would finish up on 5, Ergun would finish up on 9, and Peter would finish up on 2. So we could actually, if he got past Paul, we could do this without a tie-break. Mathematically, it's probably a little bit too late in the evening to be working out things like that. Good to see you, Waves TV. I hope you come back and see us again, because we stream pretty much all of the major tournaments in Germany, and we also get invited to do other tournaments around Europe. So we did one in the Alps, in the Swiss Alps a few weeks ago. We were planned to do the EPC in Belgium. The Belgium team asked us if we would stream, and of course we agreed. And we will be doing the World Championship in Germany in now going to be probably 2022. Okay, so Albert making really good job play. You'd probably be complaining about sleep deprivation. Pinball and sleep don't always go that well together, I find. AC condensate repairs, okay. Good, yeah, good luck with that. You definitely need your air conditioning working in Malta. It's going to be 30 degrees here in Fulda over the weekend. I imagine Malta is going to be at least 10 degrees warmer than that. So. Okay, so scores on the doors. That gives us nearly a final position. So we have Paul with 4 points, Albert with 2, and Peter, Ergun with 1. So we have a clear winner with Ergun on 9 points. We have a clear second place with Paul. Okay, so here we go. Now, fishtails, another another wonderful machine. Are there any other machines apart from? Are there any machines that aren't wonderful? Does anybody know a pinball machine that isn't wonderful? Yes, I'm sure we do. I'm sure we all know pinball machines that aren't wonderful. Anyway. Fishtails is a machine that I bought as my very first, no, it was second pinball machine. And the reason I bought it is because everybody hates it and it always appears in tournaments. They are everywhere. That's probably gone. I don't think the ball save is long enough for that. So, Fishtails is obviously all about fishing, about telling fishing tales and lies and long casts and all sorts of things. So, there are basically two strategies, two tournament strategies anyway. One is to play the boat in the centre. That's basically shooting around, as you saw that shot there, to get to the monster fish, which Albert did. So you keep shooting around the boat, yeah, so it goes around the loops, and then you shoot the other way 6 times. Each time you shoot one, then it lights one of these little fish here. Once you've completed all the 6 little fish, it lights a monster fish, which you collect by shooting the spinner. Right, going back to streams. Yes, don't mention being too hot. Okay, so alternative strategy is for multi-ball. And multi-ball strategy is shooting here into the caster's club to lock the balls, and then doing that again once you start the multi-ball. Now, the reason a lot of people don't play multi-ball strategy in tournaments is it is very dangerous and can often result in no score at all. Now, if anybody gets to multi-ball, you'll see why. It's normally a quick game, which is why Dina chose it for this tiebreak. So I should also change. Right. Okay, so Albert Sar's multi-ball, and this is the only way to play multi-ball, is to control the balls. You don't need 3 balls for this, you only need 2. So he basically now has to shoot another ball back in the caster's club, which he does, and then the jackpot lights, and you have to go all the way around the top into the hole at the top. And he's basically got, yep, done it. There's a fairly long timer on that normally, so it gets the jackpot, and then you basically do it again. So what you'll see him again control the ball. This is exactly the way to play Fishtail's multi-ball. Okay, and that's gone. Now, his problem at the moment now is that there's a drop target that comes up in front of the caster's club. It's not there for the first multi-ball, but it is for the second. So in order to get to a second multi-ball, he now has to clear that drop target, and it's pretty dangerous because it normally shoots straight back at you. But 76 million is a decent score. I think he might get that back. Yeah. There is a very, very short ball save on this machine. He's struggling to control the ball though. He needs to really just take his time. Okay, video mode lit, which is what he should be doing. Okay, so he's in video mode. So basically here he's shooting the boaters. Nice, okay. That's interesting. I've never seen the video mode on a stream before. And you actually get a strobing effect, which must be the frequency of display. That's interesting. Nice. Okay, so and the video mode is very valuable. You can win a game from just playing video mode. And this is what I would do if I was Peter here. I would get a monster fish. So there's one more to shoot, and you have to shoot the lit side. You can't just shoot any side. So slight switch of strategy. He's now locked a ball. That might yeah. And this is the thing, he's got 20 million on a shot with just one boat, and but he's completely switched now to multi-ball strategy, so that will still be there, and he can actually play that monster fish during the multi-ball, which again is we call that multi-fish when we christened that, me and Paul at Englert at the last tournament we had here. Leventi Tragova is an expert or well known for multi-fishing. Let him bounce and then play the monster fish. The monster fish is a hurry up, so you really want to get it before it goes. And yeah, so it's now timed out. If you can get it even at 5 million, then the next monster fish is worth 30 million. So it's actually worth getting it, no matter what the countdown is. You don't wait. Okay, so Peter doing okay here. It's not there yet, but it's not very far off, so he's definitely not got 10 million in bonus. So okay, he's going back for multi-ball, and 3 shots for multi-ball as opposed to 6 shots for a monster fish. So was definitely the right strategy. But he needs an hour jackpot, so he needs to say, get control of the ball. Or just play some monster fish while he's multi-fish. Yeah, that's it. It's fine because he's got Rock the Boat, which gives him 10 million a shot. And okay, so well done, Peter. That's a very, very good result. He was definitely fighting. Quite definitely fighting there. So let's give Peter a point, and that will take him to 3 points with Albert 2. So well done to Ergun. Ergun takes first place, Paul Englert second place, Peter Schmitt third, and Albert Medaillon fourth place. Okay, so thank you very much everybody for tuning in tonight. It's been a nice, we started the stream I think at 8 o'clock, so nice 5.5, 6 hour stream. We've not had any real problems, which is really, really nice. Great to be back here in Bulls and Balls. Great to be back streaming tournaments in this sort of format with match play and a final bracket. So thank you. Good night from JDL Pinball. Good night from Dina as well, who will now be sorting things out with people, I'm absolutely sure. And we'll be back tomorrow, 12 o'clock midday. Will probably be some qualification rounds going on there, a bit like earlier on this evening, but we will be then staying with it all the way through the day till late evening. So please tune in. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye bye.